Get in the car, I said, she grabbed my hand. Girls rescue, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm waiting, I guess she tweet, I guess she confess. She thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best it gets, spontaneous. I stereotype, put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as I rise like fireworks. Smell through the bad, don't
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm. Of course, it's your OKC Thunder post-game analysis show, and man, what a game it was. And you know what, the thing that I loved about tonight, even though we lost, was the fact that the crowd was into it. Everybody was going crazy. I love the energy that we had tonight. I really I liked. It's just nice to have it back to the way it used to be. It really is. Um, and so it was nice for me to do that or to see that and be a part of that. And it's you know, the commander Randy right now of YMB. We were sitting next to each other. That's where we are. I mean, we've been doing this for 16 years. But it was so funny is that, you know, we hear the people in front of us and the people behind us, and they're saying stuff, and then he and I are saying stuff, and then the people will just stop talking because they're like, okay, clearly we're saying something completely different than the hell they're saying. And usually what we were saying was right on the money. I got this stupid fly that's just driving me crazy. Anyway, and so it was kind of fun just having him and giving his little tidbits and some of the stuff that I have written down and stuff that he said or that was part of his input. So, but anyway, the Thunder fall tonight, 141, 139. And the noticeable difference is that at 1 minute, and what was it, a minute? We were up one, it was a minute, 136, 133 with a minute 42 with the ball and no SGA. And we ended up losing. So what basically I took from that was the fact that we don't have a closer. We just don't. He is the closer. And no matter how much Coach Dagnall wants to try to make J-Dub the guy, he doesn't have the handles. He's too herky-jerky. He's not smooth with the ball at all. He has that one behind-the-back move that he uses every single time. It's just, you know, after a while, they have, son, they got tape on you. So to me, he needs to have somebody to teach him. You're 6'6", so here are the moves that you got to make. And he just and then when you go to the basket, you have to tuck the ball. He still doesn't do that and loses it. I mean, I think it was Steph Curry picked his pocket, or Chris Paul, one of them, came through the lane all like this. Dude, you have to tuck the ball so when they come across, all they're getting is arm, and then when you come through, the ball is just right in your hand or it's right in your hand. Those are some things that I noticed that the Thunder, when they did that, Randy and I looked at each other, I just knew. We don't have a closer. And then what does J-Dub do? Right away, dribbles the ball off his foot, then picks up his sixth foul. And I don't know why the coach insists on doing that, but he is just not capable. He's just not. It's just not yet. Like I keep saying, not yet, not yet. It's been a year. I don't know how much tape you need to see to understand he's not capable of doing that. Josh has got a hot hand. Why don't you give the ball to Josh? And then the next thing I noticed, and then I have people now that, you know, have been listening to the show, they're like, man, we watched that substitution pattern. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, he puts J-Dub in the game. 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, he brings in Dort. You can't do that with SGA. He's your best player, all NBA, first team, legitimate chance to win the MVP. Clearly your best player that everybody on the planet knows except for Oklahoma City for whatever reason. Because when you did the city jerseys, you put Chet's number as the number that you want to represent Oklahoma City. Not your all-NBA first-team guy, but Chet. I'm afraid that we're going to make the same mistake that we made with KD with him. That's what I'm afraid of. I like Chet, but I'm telling you right now, we're not going to win games with Chet averaging 20 and Dort scoring 20. People, no matter how much you want to like it, it's not going to happen. You're not going to win games by doing that. The formula is simple. SGA 30 at 28-30. J-Dub, Josh, 40 points combined, whether that's 21-19, 20-20, 22-18, whatever that number is, 40. Chet at about 12 to 14. okay, which gives you 82 to 84. You came Dort in there at 10, that's 95 or 94. And then you get another 30 points out of your bench. That's how you win in this league in the West. You're not going to win by your coach not putting in the right formation with the right players. And another thing, Jang, White, once again, Mr. Developmental, that's who he is. He's Mr. Developmental. He's Mr. 2 minutes too long, which he did not do tonight. SGA is in the game, you do that. SGA is not in the game, and all the guys that you're in control of, you do like you're supposed to. But I'm just telling you all right now, my eyes are not lying to me. There is a difference between what he can do because he's a guy who's a developmental coach. If you're a developmental coach, how the hell are you going to coach a guy who's already developed? He's already ahead of what you can teach him. He's already above that. But yet you're holding on to him. So what is the option? Here are your options. You can keep the coach. You can continue to lose. You can get rid of the player and then have the coach get the players that he likes that were out there playing today, and you lose. Or you play your best player in the positions to give us the best chance to win, and you win. Or the last option is get rid of the coach, get you a new coach who can put players in the positions to make them successful, which is what I have just suggested. Remember, Mark Jackson was the coach at Golden State, and they got rid of him for Steve Kerr. And remember, Golden State was winning, 50 games? And all of a sudden, a new coach comes in and boom, they win championship. And what I'm afraid of is the Thunder are going to do this again and make the same mistake again. That's my fear. Anyway, let's start the game off. We start off with Josh, J-Dub, Chet, and Kaysen. Kaysen took SGA's spot tonight. Kaysen, boy, I love him. The more I see him, the more I love him. And the Thunder got off to a good start. And what I said yesterday on the Unpopular Hour, I said that Oklahoma City has a real chance because we're not going to get Golden State's full attention. Just like when they beat the Kings 102-101 the other night with De'Aaron Fox. You're not getting their full attention. You're getting just enough of it for them to do what they got to do to win. Tonight, you got just enough of it for them to do what they need to do to win. Why? Because you don't have a closer. De'Aaron Fox wasn't in the game, they lose. SGA not in the game, we lose. You have to have a closer. And my thing is this, like I said, I like J-Dub, but he's trying way too hard because the success he had last year, he's trying to go to another level. And I understand that. But he's also in his second year. And second-year wall usually hits players. Not everybody. The great ones, it doesn't. But the good ones, like a J-Dub, it hits. So we're going back and forth in the quarter, and we can't seem to get the head. We're down 20-24 with 5 minutes to go. In the half, you got Joe, J-Dub, J-Will, Kaysen, and Dort in the game. And Wiggins made a great hustle play right away. And we're joined by my guy Nathan Taylor of YNB. What's up, bro?
Hey, man. What's going on, bud?
Nothing, man. Just talking about Wiggins coming in and making that play in the first quarter when he came in the game. Made a huge. Remember, he got that steal.
Yeah. And then he had the alley-oop dunk, and then
yeah.
Well, that was right before that. He had that alley-oop dunk, and yeah.
They came back, got the hustle play on the steal, and I can say this right now: J-Dub, Kaysen, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, and J-Will. Boy, it was nice having. It was nice having J-Will back.
Dude.
God, man, the crowd went crazy. By the way,
Dude,
I don't know if you could hear it.
I'm telling you right now, if he didn't play that game and SGA was out, we lose that game by 20.
Oh,
I'm serious. He makes that big of a difference.
The Nuggets game and the Pelicans game, we win those games, or we should, or we're close. We're closer than we were in the Denver game with him, no question.
Definitely
he makes
no
question.
We win the Pelicans game for sure.
And so anyway, it was 30-36, and my deal is this: you've got Jang, J-Will, Meechik, Wiggins, and Joe. And by the way, Meechik played good tonight. I like him. I like him. I like him. Yes.
Ball handler when SGA's not in.
Yeah, I agree. I like him. I like the lineup they had right there, except Jang. My deal is this:
yeah.
if you're not going to play him, in the third and fourth quarter, why the hell are you playing him in the first quarter?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
if you're not going to play him in the third and fourth,
I mean, I guess you could just say he was planning on playing him in the second half, and he just didn't play well, and he saw that he wasn't playing well. I don't know.
When does he play well?
He does all kinds of. He did. Well, he had that nice little block on. I forget who it was.
Okay. When does he play well? What did they do? Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. They in the second quarter, he came in. They attacked him right away. They went straight at him. People have tape.
I'm not saying he's an all-star because
he's not even a star.
I just no. Well, he's not even close to anything really. Not even really an NBA player
yet.
But like you said yesterday, they got to play him. You spent too much to get him.
Yeah,
and they're gonna give him minutes. Unfortunately.
Right, and I told you they were going to give him minutes. Remember at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
And my deal is this: our coach is a minutes manager. A. Number two, he is 2 minutes too long, except for tonight. And he did
don't you think? Thinking about this tonight, we didn't have a star on the court tonight, and he coached well. Well,
yes.
He coached well, but he coached better.
I made that comment. Yes.
There goes to your point right there. He can't coach a star.
Can't coach a star. He can't, because it's hard to coach somebody who's more knowledgeable, who's better than what you can offer him. I mean, I'm sorry. That's a fact.
Bad to say that Chris Paul could coach a team better than he could.
Yes. But like I said, I was saying that earlier. Everybody forgets Mark Jackson was the coach at Golden State, and they went 50 wins back to back, and they fired him. Okay, hired Steve Kerr, and won 4 championships.
Yep.
I mean,
here's my thought, man. And I've been thinking this a long time, but I mean, I don't know how long he's got left, man. But don't you think Chris Paul's going to be given a shot as a head coach?
I don't know.
Maybe I don't even know if he wants to, but you don't think I think he'd make a great coach, man.
Maybe. He rubs people the wrong way. Remember that.
Yeah, he does. But he is, man. He knows the game, dude.
He does. He really does. But it just, I think maybe. I don't know, Nathan. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, let's go to the first quarter, get our stats in here. First quarter, Golden State were up 38-33. They were 7 for 13 from 3, and we were 4 for 7. What was your thoughts on that?
I mean, I thought both teams shot really well. I mean, what did we shoot? Almost 60% for the game total. So, I mean, I think we shot really well in the first quarter. I mean, it just carried through the rest of the game, too. And see, the thing that I don't understand about Golden State, like, they were bombing threes in the first half, man, and they were hitting them. And they never really stopped hitting them. They just stopped shooting them as much.
Yes.
So, I mean, that kind of dumbfounds me how they kind of just don't
perimeter defense.
Like you say.
Perimeter defense.
Yeah, you're right. But, I mean, our perimeter defense wasn't that great tonight.
Well,
but it wasn't that great.
Yeah, that's great. Perimeter defense was great because the lane was wide open.
Golly, can somebody cover Sarge?
Oh, dude, that's what he did for us when he did the same thing for us when they actually let him play last year.
I know.
But anyway,
Sarge. I really do.
56% from the field, and we have a new Sarge that can't get off the floor. Bertans, 56.5. Yep, 56.5% from field goal percentage. 10 rebounds, and I mean, when you look at this. 5 rebounds for us, and I was saying to somebody, they were like, "How do we have that many?" I was like, "Nobody's missing. They're making every damn shot."
Yeah, they're making everything. Yep.
I mean, when you're making every damn shot, that's what happens.
Yep.
I mean,
we'll get there. I got a question for you at the end of the show.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, you mean at the end?
I was gonna say, I bet you, I'd like to know the last time a team shot 60% and lost the game.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. I'd like to know that as well. I would like to see that as well. But anyway, where was I at? Okay, I'm over here.
Sorry.
Then of course, no, it's okay. Pips 10 points in the paint. Pips 14 for us. 5 turnovers, 4 turnovers. 5 turnovers for them, 4 for us. 18-14 bench scoring. So what I basically got from the first quarter is that I liked what we were trying to do. We were really sharing the ball well. Dort was out of his damn mind.
Mm.
I mean, really. The first half, he was out of
No,
his
no,
mind.
yeah, for sure.
He was out of his mind.
Well, third quarter too.
Yeah,
Quarter too.
out of his mind.
Golly.
Out of his mind. But once again, he commits stupid fouls. And
Yes.
I just
Fouled Curry on that three.
he fouled Curry, then he fouled him going to the basket. Why are you reaching? He's in front of you. What are you reaching for? Chet is right there, and instead of us getting a block and getting the ball, he goes to the free throw line. I mean, he's like a bull in a china cabinet. It's just really, it just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
But anyway, start the
Too bad
second
what you
quarter.
got, man.
Start the second quarter. Here, let me go ahead and do this too while I'm doing it, Nate. I'm going to go ahead and do, or Nathan. I don't know why I keep calling you Nate. Nathan, okay,
Either way, it's fine.
here's my deal. The key is that I'm not changing this. Okay. Good start to second and fourth quarters. Playing good perimeter defense. Coach playing the correct lineups, which he did for the most part. I give him that today, which means, like you said, like what you said, he can coach guys who he's coaching up. He cannot coach a star. And then Giddey staying aggressive. Now, once Josh got on a roll, he was ridiculous. And then, like you said, what did he do? He pulls him out. Dude, he's on a roll. What are you doing?
Yes. Well, let me ask you this, and I don't know the answer to this because I wasn't paying attention that much. When he was on that roll, was J-Dub on the floor?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Never mind then. I just was curious about that.
Yeah, he was. He was on the floor.
He wasn't deferring. He was going straight at everybody. I mean, dude, he was, for about a 5-minute period.
He was ridiculous.
He was going like we needed him to do. That's
Yeah,
what we needed him to do.
they were. That's why I say he's our second best player. Okay, because he can do that. He has that in him when he's what? Aggressive. He was looking to score instead of pass, which is what my thing has been with him.
When he hit that little baseline jumper, I was like, oh dang.
Oh, that was nice.
He's on.
That was nice.
Yeah,
but you know what? He had got in what? A rhythm. Okay? It's all about basketball. It's all about rhythm. It's all about rhythm. He got into a rhythm, which made all the difference in the world. It really did. And I just loved what I was seeing. I was like, man, go to work, Josh. Do your business, bro. Loved it.
On that same note, I mean, and we'll probably get to this later, but I outside of I want to see him be a little more aggressive on the offensive end, I thought Wallace played pretty good tonight as far as making shots, being aggressive, and then playing pretty good defense on a tough team.
The thing that I loved about what I saw from Kaysen is that A, he was aggressive. B, he was completely into the flow of the game because he got what? Minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He got minutes to stay in the flow of the game. And when you're not playing 10 people or 12 to 13 people, you can get into the flow of the game.
That's right.
You can get in the flow of the game.
We have what 11 players playing tonight?
Yeah, something like that. We'll find out here in just a minute when we do the stats. But anyway, to start the second quarter, which is important, you had Micic. You started Micic, Jang, Chet, Wiggins, and Josh. And I liked.
Have a problem with that.
Go ahead.
I have a problem with that.
No, well, my deal is this. My deal is this. I'd rather have Micic, J. Will, Chet, Wiggins, and Joe.
Yeah, but
they're not going to play. I know they're not going to play J. Will and Chet together. They're not going to do it. I mean, I understand.
It's not like we do really good with that lineup. Why would we play it?
Well, at the end of the game, you played it because J-Dub fouled out, so J. Will had to come in. You know what I mean? He had to come in. So I got that.
Yeah,
but
he left him in for a rebound, and it's like, come on, man, just leave him in there. I mean,
when he pulled him out with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, I was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Wow." I mean, wow. I was like, what are you doing? Anyway, so anyways, 36-41 with 10 minutes to go. You have Kaysen, Micic, Chet, Wiggins, and Josh. I like that lineup a lot. I like that lineup a lot.
I like it a lot.
I like that lineup a lot. But I'm gonna say this: when Jay Will came in, you should have heard the crowd going crazy. The crowd went nuts.
I wish he would have hit a 3 tonight, man. I wish he would have hit a 3 and done a boom. That would have been awesome.
The first time he touched the ball, he doesn't look for a shot, and that's the first thing I would say to him, dude. You shoot 40% from 3. If you catch the ball, you're wide open. Shoot the ball. You're wide open.
Yeah, his problem is when he hesitates, he doesn't shoot well.
That's what I'm saying.
When he just catches it and shoots it, yeah, he does a lot better job.
That's my point. They're not. Your coaches aren't coaching him up to do that. That's my point. So then we're joined by Drew Hinthorn of Husker Drew Picks. What's up, bro?
Man, I want to talk about this game. That was a hell of a ball game.
Yeah, it was. That's the way it was. Yeah. But so anyway, we're here at 42-45 with 8:27 to go. And I'm looking at this. And my deal is with Josh. Take a charge. J-Dub, take a charge. Instead of you guys taking charges, Isaiah Joe didn't take a charge. Instead of you guys taking the charges, they got an extra shot and hit a 3 every time. Dude, take a charge. He's right there. Take a charge.
Yep.
Jay Will take that every time, but that group I just don't understand.
Tonight,
yeah, but you know what?
Joe get the crap beat out of him tonight?
Yeah, he did. But I'm gonna tell you this.
Hard, though, man.
I don't know if y'all can see it on TV, but Jay Will, he's a monster, man. He takes up some space in there. There's no snatching a rebound out of him. Okay? And then I can't even think of the number of times that somebody out rebounded Chet. And I'm like, he's 5 inches shorter than you. How the hell is he getting a rebound over you?
Yeah.
He's tougher, man. He's tougher. When he gets a rebound, nobody can take it away from him. That's what it is.
No, I'm talking about Chet. Why? I mean, Jay Will gets
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Because he doesn't have the strength to hold on to it.
Yeah.
He's just ripping away from it.
Yeah. I'm sad. But anyway, here we go. It's 42-45, and they bring in Dort. I said, wow. Really? I couldn't believe that. I said, wow. Oh, no, wait, they're bringing J-Dub. I'm sorry. And I'm like, okay, so you have an all-NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
First team, candidate for MVP, and you don't bring him into the second and fourth quarter to 5 minutes to go or 4 minutes left in the quarter. But this guy that you coaching up, you put him in. Really? So that tells me you know what the hell's going on. That's what that tells me. But for whatever reason, you're not playing SGA in the same way that you're playing these other guys. I don't understand it. But I will say this, more and more people have come up to me last night, were like, man, I heard your show, and he goes, I'm starting to watch it. You right. I go, I know I'm right. All you got to do is pay attention.
I'm a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Perfect example of that. Last year, I didn't pay any attention to that.
That's what I'm telling you right now. His lineups decisions are going to cost us games. So that's 3 games we've lost now because of his decision.
Still can't believe that the face of their team is Chet.
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And I know you already touched on it. I heard you say something about it, but that's crazy.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Like I said, everybody understands who the best player on the team is, who the team should rally around, except the Thunder.
They're going to end up losing him, dude.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to make the same mistake that you made with Kevin Durant with SGA. Yep. You're going to put your cart behind the wrong horse. You did it behind Westbrook, it cost you. Now you're going to put it behind Chet. When I saw that,
I get wanting him to be good and hoping that he's good, but putting him on a pedestal and making him better than your first team all NBA guy.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
It's just somebody. They're just not. Whoever's in charge of that is really, really fumbling. I mean, they really got to. They need to sit down and have a meeting.
Well, it also has to do with where we live.
Yeah.
Okay, and the mentality that Oklahomans have. Okay, that plays a lot into it, Drew. It really does.
Yeah, I mean.
It plays a lot into it, dude. Really does.
I mean, you really think just because he's white? I mean,
when somebody sits there and tells me in a bar they just need to shut up and dribble, what the hell do you take from that?
Yeah, that's true. But
okay,
sure
that's what that tells me.
Where you were going with that?
And those people, listen, those people are in Nichols Hills. Those people, a lot of them are friends of mine or acquaintances of mine that I know. And I'm telling you how they think.
Uh.
That's how they think. I mean, like like one of them actually asked me, "Well, you think is Josh better than SGA? You think Josh is better than SGA, right?" I
No.
looked at him like, "What?"
I mean, that tells you right. Number one, that tells you right there their basketball IQ and how much they know about the game is very low.
That's
So you probably
right.
should have a conversation with them about basketball anyway.
Right. That's exactly right, Drew. But I'm just saying, I'm not, I don't throw racism out there. Okay, I don't really do
Nope.
that. I just don't, because I live on both sides of the tracks. I see on this side and I see on this side. And all I'm saying is I know how those people who write the checks, who are the majority people who buy the big season tickets, how they think.
Sure.
And they
I mean,
want Chet as the face.
I want him to be good, but I want him to be good so the team is good,
That's
not
correct.
so he can be a player.
That's correct. And like I said, and we've talked about this, SGA 30, Josh and J-Dub, 40 points between them, 21, 19, 22, 18, 20, whatever it is.
Even if Chet goes for 18 to 20, it's still good because he can get that with his size.
Yeah, but my problem is that when you look at his stats and look at what he does, like when I look at the game, he's getting numbers when they're meaningless.
Yeah.
He's getting calorie free. There's empty calories. They're not helping us at all.
And he's an anomaly, man. He's 7'4". I mean, you can roll him out on the floor and he can't help but get a bucket or two.
Yeah,
you know
true,
what I'm saying?
True. But I'm gonna say this: he did make a couple nice moves that he does against big men. But when he's bringing the ball up the floor, and I'm like, pass the damn ball. You're not Wembanyama. And my problem with him is he sees Wemby, and Wemby's doing this and he's doing that. That's his competition in his mind. That's his rival in his mind.
And then Curry sure didn't help the narrative by trading jerseys with him at the end of the game.
Well, but that's because that's Steph.
I'm just like, great. Now we're sure about how, oh boy, Chet, Curry thinks he's the best player and all this bullshit is going to come along with it.
No, he's just trying to get Chet's number. I mean, that's all. I agree with you, but at the same time, nobody outside of Oklahoma thinks that Chet is the best player on this team. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that they had that in
the second best player.
That's just kind of crazy to me.
I know. When I saw that, I just laughed. I saw that, I just laughed.
Hey, guys, not only is he not the best player, he's not the second best player.
No.
He's not the third best
Or the third best
player.
player. No, he's not.
Right.
But you got to understand, the Thunder want to promote him because he's the second overall pick. He is this unicorn. And you notice nobody says unicorn anymore. Remember how they used to call him unicorn? Nobody says that anymore.
Another one that looks just like him that's better.
There's way better. Okay, that's the unicorn, the guy that came this year.
Way better.
But that's what they said Chet was going to be. And I'm like, what the hell are y'all looking at? No, he ain't.
Right.
So, anyway, frustration. Second quarter.
It just sucks because I think it could be a great. I mean, God, that's a lot of talent out there on the floor. If they could just figure out a way to manage it, and I'm with you. I think they're going to have to get a different coach, or you're going to lose one of these guys and lose a window and a chance to have a really good team.
If you ask me, I think they'll pick Daigneault over SGA.
Wow.
Oh, my God. If they do that, dude,
I believe they would pick the coach over him. I really do.
I hope not. I don't think he makes it to the end of the year. I don't know.
This is my thing. He likes draft picks. How many picks could you get for SGA?
Oh, a ton.
Yeah, but and how many championships are you going to win without him? None.
They get rid of SGA. They better trade him for an as good a player.
It ain't happening, man. It never happens that way.
Never.
You never trade a star. Well, let me rephrase that. Because we got pretty damn lucky with SGA. But you never trade. If you trade a star, you never get a star back. Never.
No. I don't know. The NBA championships are so hard to win, and finding that right group of guys that can do it, and they got a nice mix.
Well, but like I said, Drew, the Golden State Warriors won 50 games back-to-back with Mark Jackson and fired him and hired Steve Kerr. He wasn't the guy. He's not the guy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, second quarter, halftime, 69-67. Golden State up by 2 going into halftime. 13 for 25 from 3.
That's crazy.
55%, 19 rebounds to our 16, 18 pips, points in the paint, to our 26, 12 turnovers to 10. The Thunder were 8 for 16 or 17 from three. 58%. And it's just crazy. You're shooting that good and you're losing. It's insane.
Losing. Yep.
You're losing. You're shooting 58% from the field and you're losing.
And probably only one or two teams that could be up on Oklahoma City if they shot that well.
Yes.
Denver and probably Golden State.
Yeah. And, well, you know what? Like I said yesterday on the Unpopular Hour, my thing with Golden State is SGA is not there, so we weren't going to get their full attention. Just like they
not playing. I don't know if you covered that earlier, Matt. Did you cover
what?
that? Why didn't?
Well, no, I didn't get into it. But him being hurt, we don't know how long he's going to be out. But I was saying it because the same thing happened with Sacramento the other night. Sacramento wins, loses 102-101 without De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
Golden State beats them. They turn around, and tonight the Kings didn't get their full attention. The Thunder didn't either. I'm assuming they thought they ain't got no scores, blah, blah, blah. And the only reason why we stayed in the game because Dort was out of his damn mind.
Boy, he did.
Okay, and then Josh was out of his damn mind for a whole quarter, and the coach pulls him out, Drew. Like Nathan said, Nathan, when we're talking on the phone, Nathan goes, why the hell did he pull Josh out the game? He's rolling.
Yeah, I was watching that too. I mean, you're not with your main horse. You better play your guys.
Yeah, but Josh is on a roll. You take him out. You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of Billy Donovan. When Billy Donovan was first year coach.
Yep.
And he pulled KD out after making 4 straight threes, shooting one farther and farther out. And he pulls him out. And KD looked at him like, you pulling me? And he goes, yeah. And Billy went to talk to him. He stuck his hand in his face and kept right on going. I go, he gone. He's gone. He's out of here. He's out of here. And so but like Nathan said, what did you say? How did you word it, Nathan, about him coaching guys up or something? What was your quote?
No, he comes so his rotations looked better tonight. The team looked better tonight, and it's and his rotations were better, but it was because SGA was out. Because he can coach a team without stars, but he can't coach a team. He can coach a team that doesn't have stars, but he can't coach a star.
Like he's more comfortable not having to sub in for stars.
Yes.
Yes.
And I just laughed at it because I'm going, wait a minute, dude. You can't put him in close games when the game's on the line, but you can put in J-Dub and Dort.
You guys remember the game last year against Boston?
Yes.
When SGA was hurt?
Yes.
You remember how good we played in that game?
Yes.
Yeah, we beat Boston. Keldon. I was at that game.
I mean, that's another perfect example right there.
I agree. That is well said.
Yeah, we're going to have a couple games a year where we go crazy like we did tonight. But
you got to. You got to have a Dort go crazy. You got to have Chet go crazy.
But it's not going to win. It's not going to win you anything.
No. But anyway, so to start the third quarter, you've got Kaysen, J-Dub, Josh, Chet, and Dort. By the way, Drew, what did you think of Kaysen's performance? Nathan and I already spoke on it.
Yeah, I think he played great in the first half. He kind of fell off a little bit in the second half, but he was going there for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's going to be a great player. I think he's got to get more time.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to get more time with all the players they got. But
the whole thing is
your
rotation at guards is simple. You've got Kaysen, SGA, Josh, J-Dub, and Micic.
Yeah. Micic been playing less and less and less, you probably think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like the way he played tonight. But at the same time, he's just – and it's so funny is Draymond started shooting threes and knocked down threes, and Randy goes, the commander goes, hey, let Draymond keep shooting. I have the utmost confidence in him. I bust out laughing. I started laughing.
What was he going on about? What was he going on about on that? He was wanting that challenge in the fourth quarter. What the heck was he talking about?
Well, because he thought he was there, and you could see him barely moving.
Yeah,
but it was real close.
To review the block charge.
Yeah, he wanted that to be a block.
Huh.
Yeah,
I mean a charge instead of a block, and clearly he was moving.
I'll tell you what, I think Draymond's got to deal with the commissioner. They just let him say whatever he wants to the refs because he doesn't ever shut up.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's constant, dude. It's the whole game.
Well, I'm going to say this. It depends on which – he doesn't do it to all the refs because some refs don't put it. He knows who he can bully
Right.
and who he can't.
That's true.
Okay, so he knows who to bully, and so he does. But I'm just sitting there looking at Dort was just ridiculous tonight. I mean, I was like, dang, son, he's doing side steps, going to the basket, doing all kinds of that. I'm like, man, what the hell's going on with Dort? I mean, what is his deal? It was
Does
unbelievable.
that kind of make you think that whenever SGA's in the lineup, Dort doesn't think he
Well, yeah, but the whole thing is Dort played outrageous when they Canada beat USA. He had what 34, 38 or something, or he just killed him. So, I mean, it's Dort. It's Dort. Okay, we want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic, for getting everything rolling for us. Hopefully, we can keep up. What do you want, Ace? I'm trying to work here, boy. Collaborative Logic, I want to appreciate them for doing everything they do to keep us going. If you have any needs for computers or software, website design, they can do all that, as well as writing software custom for your office to make things run smoother. SRB and my guy Mark Long over at SRB, the engineering, surveying, and planning. They love to be behind the scenes. They can get whatever complex that you're building up and running without any hassles and anything going wrong. And then, of course, will you? Ace, he's trying to get up in the thing, right, man. You need to chill out, boy. DT Construction and Consulting. Our guy Drew Hinton on 405-209-4051. If you have any needs for roofing or any tile, anything inside or outside of the house, painting, they can do it all. So call them up, and plus they'll come out and give you a free estimate if you want to remodel something in your house. They can do that. They are respectful, local, and loyal, which means they answer their damn phone. Or if you want to email them, you can at dtconstruction2015 at Outlook. And then our last sponsor, our latest sponsors, Shelter Insurance. I want to appreciate the Mark Pemberton Agency, located 4609 Southeast 29th in Dale City. You can call them 405-670-2424. Monday through Thursday from 9 to 5, Fridays from 9 to 1. Proudly serving the Mid-Dale area since 1982. So contact my guy Mark Long at the Shelter Insurance Agency right there in the Mid-Dale area. That's where they're at. And I'm going to say this. Part of what I liked about what I saw with the Thunder is that in the third quarter, which is usually last year was our quarter. We led the NBA in point differential in the third quarter. And, when you had Josh, Dort, J-Dub, Isaiah Joe, and Chet on the floor, that was a nice lineup. And that's when we actually took the lead. Because you lost the ball, and then now you're going to compound the situation by picking up your fifth foul? I mean,
yeah, it was a bad sequence for him.
It really was. It was just it was frustrating for me because, like I said, 94-89, Josh is rolling. You pull him out, and then all of a sudden, from the time that he went out, they outscored us. What was it? We scored 12. They scored 17. They scored a 17-12 in that stretch. Subbing, who you have on the court matters. Rotation matters. Who's on the court and who you got in there matters. It matters. And he can't do it. He can't do it. Okay, end of the third quarter, scores 106-106. Golden State is 16 for 34 from three, which is just, they were firing on it. It was insane. 52% from the field, 32 rebounds to our 25, 59%. Now, think about this. We're shooting 60% basically, and we just have a tie score. We've shot 16 threes, and usually by now we've shot, 30? 28? Yeah. And we only shot 16 wide because we're getting whatever we want inside. 7 for 16. And like I've always said about Golden State, the key to staying with Golden State is when they score a three-point basket, go get two. Don't try to match them.
Don't try to match them.
Don't try to match them. Then they go down and make another three, go down and make another two. All of a sudden, you're only down 2 points. If you match up and try to do the three, then all of a sudden you're down 6. That's a whole different ball game. So the one thing about that, we do that's why I said we match up with them because they can't stop us from taking them out the because they play no defense. Clearly, 60%. 46 pips to their 28. Points in the paint, 46-28, and the score's tied. 14-14 in turnovers, and then their outscoring is 42-30, which I didn't have a problem with that because that was Isaiah Joe and basically Isaiah Joe and Jay Will and Kaysen were doing all the scoring. By the way, how'd y'all make that nice little turnaround left hand shot that Jay Will made in the post?
It was nice.
It was real nice. Really nice.
I was just glad to see Arkansas Jay play tonight.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what I told Nathan this. When he came in the game in the first quarter, everybody went crazy.
Oh yeah.
The fans were like, yeah. And the first thing that the commander said, he goes, dude, it's gonna be all the difference in the world now. He goes, think if we had him against Wednesday night. We don't lose to the Pelicans if he's playing.
No.
We don't lose to them.
No, he's just immediate energy.
Yep. And then on top of that, I think that we have a tougher game with Denver, but I still think he makes the mistakes that he makes in that game. So, but anyway, we want to
match their physicality a little bit better for
sure. Yes. And then the fourth quarter stretch, of course, is brought to you by YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank.
The bank that makes things happen.
y'all need to time that out.
Yeah, I gotta say the bank, Nathan, and you gotta say that makes things happen.
Yeah, that works. Okay, let's try it again.
Okay,
YNB. We'll do it again. YNB.
Bank.
Well, let me finish. YNB. Hold on. Let me finish. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank.
That makes things happen.
He's just slow. He's just really slow. He's a banker, man.
Oh
He's
my
a banker.
God, come on,
He's a
man.
banker. He's a banker. And you work there. They're your employer. You should have that out. Boom, quick. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC.
Hey, Randy does not like us to make hasty decisions.
Okay, you got a good point, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about here on the logo and the tagline. They are a proud sponsor for us to support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the minority communities, as well as pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. So if you can't go into the bank, hey, they don't care if you go online and pre-qualify. It makes things a lot easier. And then if you do go in, you can at their main location, 401 Elm. I still say downtown UConn. It cracks me up. YNB East.
But hey, we love to see you. We love to see you in person too.
Yeah.
Hey, Nathan will come out and see you on your job site. Make it happen.
I'll come out and see you on your job site, man. Whatever you want me to do, just holler. I'll come.
YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 39th Street or 66. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40. And then, of course, YNB Peoples off of 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. So now my main thing is this, guys, is the fourth quarter, you got 106-106. And our bugaboos for 2 years has been who he starts in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So this time he starts Kaysen, Josh, Wiggins, Joe, and Chet. And I'm like, okay, so you've got Josh and Chet starting first, second, third, and fourth quarters. You have starting all four quarters. They're starting off. Yeah, Josh and Chet starting all four quarters.
Do you think that tonight, since SGA was out, that they tried to make Chet the center focal point?
Yes, no question. No question.
100%.
No question.
Yeah. Okay.
To me,
because to me, I would have tried to been going with a 2-man game with Jay Will and Giddey. And I'd have been trying to work in the 3-point shooters and let Chet just kind of roam. But
I'm going to tell you this. I can't tell you when people in the stands are like, why aren't you playing Jay Will and Chet together? People were screaming that. They actually were screaming that in the stands. Why aren't you playing them together?
I've been saying that since freaking
Summer League. Yep. But they can't do it. They can't do it because you can't, who you going to pull out? And to me, it's just put them both in, let them play a little bit, bring Chet out, and then let Chet sit for 4 or 5 minutes, let Jay Will play 10, and then bring Chet back in. And then take Jay Will out. Because you don't have that extra guy. So
on a night like tonight, when you have the SGA out, you need to be playing, depending on what you're playing for, defense, offense, whatever, you need to have J-Dub, Josh, Kaysen, Jay Will, and Chet.
Yep, that's a good starting five.
Perfect lineup.
I agree.
J-Dub, Josh. Who'd you say? J-Dub, Josh, Kaysen.
J-Dub, Josh, Kaysen, Jay Will, and Chet, or / Dort somewhere in there if you want to play.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you bring Dort in off the bench because he's a defensive guy. And you can see he's going to be hot for the other team and bring him in, stick him on him, and just rotate it out from there.
But I think it's interesting, guys, that those two. But I'm gonna say this: both of those guys started every quarter.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you noticed when Curry was on the bench, let me rephrase that. When Curry was on the bench and Dort was on the bench and Curry came back in, Dort came right back in.
That's what I'm saying. But you don't do that with SGA.
No,
No,
they don't.
Yeah,
They don't.
You don't
They
do
let
that.
him sit over there for 6 minutes until they blow the lead.
Yeah, and then he's out of rhythm. He's out of rhythm when that happens. It's just, it's amazing to me what they're doing. Okay, it really is. I don't understand it. I just don't. I do, but I don't.
Well, I mean, it's obvious the last 2 games his play has suffered.
Yes.
I mean, his body language is bad.
Yep.
He's not getting calls, and he's just going to the. He looks. I watched him the other night, and he went to the bench and he didn't even look at the coach.
No.
Walked right by him.
Walked by
straight
him.
down and sat down.
I'm just telling you, the Thunder are going to pick Dagnall over SGA. Watch.
Boy, I tell you what, they're going to lose a lot of fans if they do that.
No, fans are going to come because they love Chet. Chet is the future.
I won't be one that goes and watches that.
I'm just telling you, Chet is the future for them in their minds. They really think he is. They think he is Wembanyama-ish.
Yeah,
he might be Wembanyama-ish, but he ain't Wembanyama.
No, not even close. Well, like all I know is Wembanyama is what Chet was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
A unicorn with handles, blah blah blah. He gets picked every. Dude, unless it's a big man, he gonna get picked. Now
I really want to, next time I watch a game when SGA's back, I want to really watch how they interact when they're on the floor at the same time together. You know, are they giving each other the attaboy, slapping each other on the ass, going to get shot?
No, they're not doing
any of that.
And I'm gonna tell you this: in the summer league game in Tulsa, SGA he said something to Kaysen. He walks over to the coach, and you could see it. There was time, and he was saying something to him, and Dagnall was like, "Okay, yeah, go, whatever." And I went, that's interesting. And I'm just telling you.
I hope that's not the case.
I'm telling you, Drew. They're going to pick SG. I'm telling you, they're going to pick that coach
for months, and it sure is coming to fruition.
I'm telling you, they're going to pick the coach over him. I'm telling you, and they're going to get a bunch of draft picks. But we have the future, Chet and Josh, J-Dub.
The thing is, they don't need a bunch of draft picks. They got like 20 of them.
They're going to get more. I'm telling you, they're not going to get rid of Dagnall. They will get rid of SGA before Dagnall. I promise you. And that Dagnall is basically not playing him, getting him out of rhythm. By the time he gets into the second and fourth quarter, he's set for 7 minutes. Yeah. He's not in foul trouble. Why is he sitting?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we sat there the other night. You and I did. I mean,
I'm going to tell you this. There's no way, Nathan, what do you think? There's no way in hell Sam Presti ain't smart enough to see that. No way in hell he ain't smart enough to know what's up. No way. He knows. And see, the problem is.
Here's, I mean, I love Sam, and I think he does a great job.
Yeah.
But at what point, and it's not going to be any point, I already know the answer to this question, but there needs to be a point in time where he's held accountable. Because this entire organization runs around him, and they do what he says.
That's correct. Agree, 100%. And I like him, man. I like him. I know him personally. I like him.
I like him. I'm glad we have him. That's all I have to say. I mean,
I like
29 other teams get screwed in trades all the time.
Yeah, by him.
And I mean,
my thing is, with all these draft picks, I mean, what is the goal? Okay, if the goal is to win the NBA championship, which it should be their goal, if their goal is just to compete and stay relevant and watching the bottom line, their money, then maybe that's what they're doing, and they don't want to pay these guys that are superstars, and they just want to keep the young guys basically a factory, almost like a stepping stone team. I mean, that's how they kind of run it. Because they run the good players off, and they always have a bunch of young players that you go, man, these guys are going to be good in 2 or 3 years, and then they're not around.
Drew, I'm telling you, the days it started when they traded Harden. When they traded Harden, and he didn't have any draft picks. After they had to go into the tax and they had to make those trades and they didn't have first-round draft picks, that was driving him crazy. I guarantee.
You're not having picks. I agree.
They were settling. Yes, and so what he told himself was, and when this rebuild started, I would never, ever, ever not have as many draft picks as I could possibly get.
Yes.
Guarantee. That's what he said to himself.
I agree.
Well, I can tell you, the Lakers have 17 titles, and they have about one pick every year.
Yeah, but Drew, what did they have?
Yeah.
Superstars,
Yeah. Superstars.
and they don't get rid of their
But I'm telling
superstars.
you this too, guys. The Clippers have no picks for the next 50 years, and
they don't have any titles.
They don't have any titles.
But that's the Clippers are like the Jets.
You can't
so
say
they're
the
an
Clippers,
anomaly.
man. You can't bring them in there, man. But I'm gonna say this right now. This is my thing.
The Mets, Clippers, Jets.
My thing
all
is
same
this: when you look at the teams, like people forget, Buck Showalter was the coach of the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of him. They hired Joe Torre. They went 4 out of 5 years of championships.
Mm-hmm.
Rest is history.
The Warriors, same thing, 50 wins by Mark Jackson. He got fired, and people are like, what is he doing? He wasn't doing the best job with the talent he had in SGA. I mean, in Steph and Clay. He wasn't getting the most out of them.
Yeah.
They hired Steve
I
Kerr.
agree.
They hired Steve
100%.
Kerr, and he went, you're here, you're here, you're here, you're here, you're here. Let's go. And I'm telling you, you got to have a coach that
do you think Coach Self would take this job?
Yes.
God, what a great fit it would be.
He would be
come
awesome.
Home.
Dude, I loved him before they hired Dagnall. I wanted them to go after Bill then.
Yeah.
I mean,
4 years ago.
Hired Donovan.
Yeah.
I mean, I
that
think he
too.
would just be such a great fit for the town. I mean, it's
hometown boy,
small market team. He's a hometown boy.
Great
come
coach.
Home,
relates to all the young players. They all know him. They all respect him.
And the older players respect him because they known him when he was
never a coach. Yes. I mean, I just said this is my thing.
How old is he?
Bill
60?
Bill is 60,
62.
61,
He's Randy's
60.
age. I'm
going to say he's probably 60, 59 or 60.
60.
59,
Yep.
60, somewhere around there. He was a
he was a
freshman.
At Okie State, what, in 82?
Well, he was a freshman when I was a senior. He was a sophomore. So he graduated 84.
Yep.
I think
82, 83, 84.
84. 84, 85 he graduated.
Okay.
But my thing is this.
He's 6 years older than me.
Yeah, this is what I see. And there is clear disconnect between him and SGA and the coach. You can see that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That is going to translate into the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
The players see that the Thunder are promoting Chet. They see that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's stupid. If you think they didn't notice that when you put out the new jerseys, you had Chet number 7 as your jersey guy. They all saw that. If you think SGA didn't see that, they all saw that. Like, wait a minute.
I mean, SGA, I mean, I could see 3 other guys. I mean, Jay Will. I mean, SGA, Giddey. Giddey was all rookie and probably going to be, third team All NBA this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if I go that far.
Well,
he could. He very well could be.
If he keeps playing like he did tonight.
It's not out of the question that he makes an honorable mention or a third team.
They like him.
He's gonna be close.
They like him. People like him.
And he can go, dude. He can go.
Yeah, he can. He showed tonight. But to me, it's like I see this riff, and I've said this from a while.
So
I don't like it.
Do you think there's some point, because obviously we think that, we don't know, but we think that Josh and SGA have a pretty good relationship.
Oh, you 100%.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
So and at the same on the other side of the coin, we think that Josh and Chet have a pretty good relationship.
They have you can tell they have a really good relationship. They're on the same on the same level.
So at what point does Josh have to take it upon himself to get in the middle of that?
Bring them together.
He's not going to do that. He doesn't. That's not his personality.
But for the future of this team, he has to do that.
I understand that, but this is my deal. When I told y'all that I saw Chet and Josh hanging out in the summer, remember? They were at everything together. I said my biggest fear is that because Josh has that easygoing, laid-back Australian, whatever. Let's just say that's his mentality. Okay. Chet, on the other hand, is an aggressive, about me person. So he understands that the person who's going to make him look the best is Josh. He knows those other guys, they're like, okay, you the second overall pick, go get your buckets. Go get your points. You the man.
And I think he knows he can express, he can like push his style of play on Josh without any pushback.
Without any pushback at all. And my biggest fear was that Chet becomes this focal point. Josh becomes passive. If that happens, the Thunder will not win. They will not win. Now, that all being said, at some point, the players see the disconnect between SGA and the coach. Okay, there's no question. You can see it. You know how it is, Drew. If you're in the locker room, you know what's up. Okay.
Yep, 100%.
And it's like this: when the Thunder were going back and forth,
it'll rise up bad, and it'll make clicks on the team.
Yep. And it's just ugly.
Yep.
And this is my thing. It was 136, 133, with a minute and 42 to go. And we had the ball. And I said, we're going to lose this game. We're going to lose this game because we have no closer. Because he's going to try to make J-Dub the closer.
Yep. Yeah, I was watching. I was wondering who they were going to go to.
No, come on. You know who they were going to go to. Who does he always go to? J-Dub.
Yep.
There was no question what he was going to do. He's trying to make him the closer, which gives Oklahoma City what? The door out for SGA. I mean, we can replace him. We got J-Dub. He can do what SGA does.
I knew you were.
We got Kaysen coming up, and we got Kaysen coming up, and we got draft picks.
Yeah. Okay. So am I wrong, Nathan?
No.
And it saves us $300 million.
400.
However, yeah, a lot.
So what's your alternative to what I just said, Nathan?
My alternative was, as a fan, I hope not. That's all I can say there.
Okay, but you got to have some sort of rebuttal.
Nathan doesn't want to even think about it.
Yes,
dude, I'm telling you, and right, wrong, or indifferent, and you've taken the fan out of me, Matt. You've taken the enjoyment out of it for me, but at the same time,
how was that?
You've opened my eyes.
Because now
you've opened. No, listen. Because damn, I know you're right now.
Okay, my deal. Okay, but Nathan, to me, the more you understand, the more of a fan you are, because you get stuff, you see stuff, so that makes you more of a fan, not less.
What I should have said was maybe I'm a less of a fan of what I used to be. How about that?
I'm
because
not.
I used to just go and go.
Maybe it's that Matt's pulled the curtain back.
Yes.
You're seeing some of the inner workings of how this stuff, the politics on this basketball.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Drew and I have been Laker fans forever. The difference between Thunder fans and Laker fans are Laker fans understand the game. They're not gonna let you pull no BS. They're gonna call you on it quick. Hey, what you doing?
Yeah.
Fix that. Okay? That's what the Lakers do. Okay?
Yeah, if you mess up a couple times in LA, you won't be there.
You're gone. They don't because the fans ain't playing. But the fans in Oklahoma who are uneducated, I'm not saying dumb. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying uneducated about the game, kind of like what you were, like we're trying to educate you now. That's what it's about. To me, I'm a huge fan because I understand the game. Now, is it frustrating for me because I see what's up? Sure. But that don't make me less of a fan. That doesn't make me less excited. That doesn't make, none of that. I'm a fan.
It just makes it different because now you go into the game and you're watching different parts of the game and you're watching strategy and you're watching, why is this coach not playing this guy at the end? And now then you really, if you had an opinion before, you're really going to have an opinion now when you really start watching the inner workings of it.
But go ahead, Nathan.
I guess maybe I should have said my frustration.
Frustration, yes. Yeah, there you go. Frustration. There you go. But it shouldn't make you less of a fan.
Back and go, rah, Reed.
I'm going to say this. Drew, hey, I know. I mean, like this. Dallas Cowboy fans are knowledgeable now. They are idiotic when it comes to supporting their team. They are
correct.
I mean, they're idiotic, but they're not dumb. They get it. They understand. Hey, it's like the thing with Dak.
You know what I just made a correlation. Oklahoma City Thunder have a Jerry Jones problem. His name is Sam Presti.
No,
A little bit.
no. I won't say that. I'm not going. My
Almost
deal,
like
no.
more like an Al Davis problem.
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah,
Jerry,
yeah,
I'm gonna
that
tell y'all
sounds
this.
better.
No,
That's better. Yeah.
Jerry got rid of what? The offensive coordinator and coaches for who? Dak.
Yeah, quarterback.
He ain't gonna he
He's
ain't
a
gonna
play-
pick the
Jerry's
coach
a
over the player.
player's owner.
Yeah, he ain't gonna pick the player over the coach. I mean the coach over the player. That ain't happening. I can promise you that.
Almost to his detriment.
Yes, but my deal is this: Oklahoma City is going. There's no way in hell that Sam Presti is sitting right there, and his seat is right there. You can look right at the bench and see exactly what's going on. You see the interactions. You're watching.
Here's the thing. What's changed, Matt? Because tell me, because when I saw, and again, maybe this is me just not seeing the whole picture, but I remember the year that KD was hurt. And I remember watching the games that panned to KD and Sam sitting in the same little area.
Yeah.
And you could see the frustration and the frustration level with them when Brooks would make a wrong call.
Yes.
So, I mean, what's changed?
Well, there's a difference. Is that then there wasn't a problem with KD and Brooks had zero problem. They were on the same page. They had zero problem. KD and Donovan had the issue. Okay? Not Scott. Donovan did. And who left?
Yeah.
Okay? Who stayed? Who left? You never, ever, ever pick a coach over a player if the player is better than the coach. And like I said with Golden State, I mean, think about, how livid fans were when they got rid of Mark Jackson and hired Steve Kerr. They go, Steve Kerr, he ain't coached nothing. Why are you hiring this guy? And this guy just won 50 games twice in a row. What are we doing? Oh, winning championships. That's what we're doing. So, anyway, fourth quarter, final score 141-139. Golden State ends up being 18 for 40 from three. Oklahoma City 15 of 29. 15 of 29, which is damn good shooting.
That'll win you most games.
Yep, 60% field goal percentage. Golden State 53.3, 38 rebounds to our 32. And then all of a sudden, remember how
that's a telling sign right there too, Matt. You can't get out rebounded by Golden State.
No, and we were out rebounding them up until then. And then of course, remember how far we were in Pips points in the paint? It ended up being 62-48. And 15 turnovers to 19 turnovers. And I've said how many times on this show? You're not going to beat a good team if you have more than 14, 15 turnovers. You're not going to beat them because you're going to make those turnovers are going to be in critical situations. Like J-Dub tonight, kicking the ball out of bounds.
And that's given a good team 16 extra possessions.
Yep. And Josh kicking the ball, and Josh trying to do a crossover. Josh, go between your legs. You cannot cross over in front of a player. You can't do it. Go ahead, Nathan.
How many times in the first half too I saw team rebounds and then fighting against each other and the ball would go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Like J-Dub took it out of J. Will's hands one time, came out and knocked the ball out of bounds. Like, man, what are you doing? That's your player. Here's box scoring.
So Matt, I missed the very first part of the show, which I'm sure you probably talked about. What'd you think about the last call?
Oh, we hadn't got there yet. We were going to talk about that. I was going to do that. My thinking with the last call was, and this is just in the arena. When you looked at the replay from what we saw, Josh hit the net first.
Yep. He grabbed it with his finger.
Right, and and Draymond clearly hit the rim. He did not touch the ball, but he clearly hit the rim.
With the palm of his right hand.
Yeah, but you can't tell if he touched the ball or not. Clearly, that's what they were going for. So I guess it's okay if the ball is in the cylinder and you hit the rim as long as it doesn't. What was the word they used, Nathan? Change the course.
The natural path of the basketball.
And it didn't do that. Neither one of them did that. That's.
I did not know that was a rule. I thought if you touched the rim while the ball was on the rim, that it was an automatic goaltending.
I did too.
Learned something new tonight.
I did too. So that in itself did it. But my problem is this, guys. One, what the hell were you shooting with 18 seconds to go on the shot clock?
Yeah.
And you got the ball and you're down one at home. Why are you, Dort, what are you doing?
You get the last shot.
And then you missed the free throw.
Yeah, and then I couldn't believe that you didn't run somebody at Curry and make him get the ball. I mean, everybody in the arena knew what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He's going to go right by him. I mean, you got to run somebody at him and make somebody else.
Let's go right by him. Finger roll over the top. It was so anyway. That was
get it out of his hands. Make Klay Thompson, make one of those other guys make a shot.
Listen, at 136, 133 with 142 to go and the ball, I said we were going to get beat. Because
what did the commander say?
He just looked at me and he got that. He gets that. Well, Nathan knows. He gets that stare.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
You know what I'm saying? He gets that stare like, yeah, and he's cussing under his breath and saying, "I know he's not, but he seems like he is."
Yeah,
so.
see, that's the stare. That's the stare I don't want to get.
Yeah, you get
especially the home committee.
Yeah, get that.
I've seen it way too many. I've seen it plenty.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I've also seen him give it to people on the court.
That's the stare when I just walk away and say, "Randy, have a nice day."
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I've seen him. Hey, I've seen him do that on the court too. Look at players. I'm like, oh, you're in trouble, bro.
Hey, was that when he dunked on you?
Anyways, Chet Holmgren, 32 minutes. I'm not even responding to you. 7 of 9 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, 8 for 8 from free throws for 24.
Wow.
J-Dub, 35 minutes, 8 for 12, 0-0, 2 for 5 from the free throw line. 2 for 5, 8 rebounds, and 6 turnovers, 18 points. Wow. Josh Giddey, 31 minutes, 8 for 15 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, with 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Now, Jay Will's line seems like it's nice if you take out the turnovers. 18, 8, 3 rebounds. But the 6 turnovers are glaring. And the 2 for 5 from free throws is glaring. Lou Dort played out of his damn. You know what? This is my thing for this. Without SGA, this is what you have to have in order to even stay in games. A Herculean effort for Lou Dort, 9 for 12, 6 for 6 from 3. 5 for 7 from the free throw line, including 1 major miss. 5 rebounds for 29 points. Cason Wallace in his first start, 36 minutes. Drew, this is a nice line, Drew. 36 minutes, 6 for 10, 1 for 2. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover. As a rookie, that's nice.
He's got to get more time.
Got to get more time. And then, of course, Jay Will, only 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. 15 minutes for him, which is crazy. 2 for 5 from the field. 0 for 3 for 8 points. Or 6 points, I'm sorry. Jang played 5 minutes. 1 for 3, 1 for 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 points. Why are you even playing?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if you can get Arkansas Will, if you can get him 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes.
Well, my deal is this. Hey, Drew.
15 rebounds.
Hey, Drew, how about this? Why don't you give those 5 minutes to Jay Will and make it have him 20 minutes? Instead of putting Jang out there for 5 minutes and then he don't play no more. And I will say this, Nathan and I talked about this, but it seems to me, and I said this at the beginning, Drew, and I don't know if you heard this, Nathan, but anyway, I said, why are you playing him at all if you're only going to play him 5 minutes in the first quarter or whatever, first half, and then you're not going to play him anymore? Why the hell is he playing at all?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to play you in the first half, I should play you in the second half. It's almost like he's just trying to get him out there to get him some minutes and then put him down. And no, you're not ready to play. We know he ain't ready to play. So that gives you 9, which is Chet, J-Dub, J. Will, Josh, Dort, Wallace, Isaiah Joe, and Wiggins, and Meachik. That's 9 right there. And then you add SGA, that's 10. Like I've said, that is your 10. And I've said that all year. That's your 10.
K-Rich is going to get some minutes.
And that's going to be where. Then who's he going to take minutes from? Wiggins. He's going to take minutes from J. Will. That's who he's going to take minutes from. And I'm sorry, do you like him that much? You want him over J. Will?
No.
So Lindy Waters did not play coach's decision. Poku did not play coach's decision. Bertan did not play coach's decision. Sarr did not play coach's decision. Terrence Mann did not play coach's decision.
You need it. I'm telling you, Bertan's got to get off the bench eventually, man.
We're not going to play him. Okay? Hey, Drew, I have a question. I have a question. No, I have a question for Drew.
Yeah.
Do you play Bertans and pay him, or do you keep the money and don't pay him? And don't get him on the court. Even though he's a stretch guy, he can knock down the three. Because to me, that's the guy that you put in there, and then you play you play Jay Will and Chet together, and you have Bertans as your guy that comes off the bench that subs for one of them.
Yeah.
That's your
I
other
mean,
big.
I mean, I mean, talked about this before the season started. I mean, was that just a? I mean, why did they pick him up if you're not going to play him?
The draft pick.
Yeah.
Well, here's the question. Do you think that they're saving him, and you think that maybe they get his 25% games in, and then they start playing?
I'm gonna tell you this. Do you not think that Golden State would be playing him like he would be killing them for Golden State? As many open looks as you give a center, he's your center.
Yep.
I remember Sarge killed us tonight.
Yeah.
And he would do that for the times that he would play here in Oklahoma City. He just didn't get the looks that he does in Golden State. But he, like, they were stopping him. And Randy and I looked at each other, looked at the dude like he was doing that for us last year when he played, bro. That's what he was doing when we got rid of him. Same thing. Now, I think we got an upgrade in Bertans, but the problem is, like you said, the 25%, that's where they're going to keep him.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is he's not worth the, what is it? Is it $27 million? Is that what it is, or 17?
No, it's 16. It's 16.
Okay. Is he not worth that for the chance for you? Because to me, that's your 11th guy. Then you play J. Will and J. Dub together, J. Will and Chet together, like we all want to see. And then you bring Bertans in there to sub for Chet, and then Chet back in to serve for J. Dub. And then that's your other guy. That's your 11th guy right there.
Uh-huh.
That's your 11th guy. And you're rolling. But once again,
I tell you that it's really going to be Oklahoma City is going to be a nice little dichotomy here. What they do in the next 2 years to watch their franchise.
Yep.
How are they going to manage these guys? You know, with all these picks and what they do, because I mean, it's a huge next 18 months for that franchise.
This to me, like I've said at the very beginning, Drew, and I said this before.
I don't think there's ever been another team that's had this many picks and this kind of talent all in one franchise.
Okay, but the problem is you're lacking two things. You're lacking a shooter, consistent shooters, and you're lacking an inside presence. Those are the two things you're missing. You have a J. Will who is, by the way, Drew, great call. You have a guy who's an ascending big man backup. You have Chet in there who would, like Nathan said, it'd be perfect because J. Will can take the big guy. You have Chet on the wing roaming.
Yeah.
Exactly like
that's what you have. And then the other three can be either Josh, SGA, and J-Dub, or SGA, J-Dub and Kaysen, or SGA, Kaysen, and Josh. Those are your other three, or Wiggins, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, because what I'd like to see even more is Kaysen, SGA, Wiggins with J. Will and Chet.
Oh, that'd be a great line.
Or take Chet out and then give me Dort or J-Dub in there. And then that's my defensive team. I've got SGA, Kaysen, Dort, J. Will, and J-Dub. Or Wiggins and them, whatever. Who, you know, Wiggins instead of Dort, whatever.
I thought Wiggins did a pretty good job on those guys tonight.
Dude, he's long. He's our best perimeter defender player.
He did really well.
And he gets no minutes.
And he was the 55th pick. Just saying.
And I'm just saying he gets no minutes. And I'm like, to me, what are you trying, Oklahoma City, what are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to accomplish?
It's the crossroads, man.
I mean, Drew called it, but I think, like I've said, this year, you're going to find out if this guy is the coach or not. I said that at the end of last year. I said it up to the beginning, and I'm going to say it all the way through. You're going to find out. Now, the question is, after the 40-game mark, remember what did we say? 22-18 or 23-17, you're in trouble.
Yep.
You're 3-3. I'm just telling you, I picked 1 for 4.
And right now, speaking of that, here's our record. Speaking of what you said, we win at the Bulls, win at the Cavs, lose the Nuggets, win the Pistons, lose the Pelicans, and lose to Golden State.
Yep.
And if we have J. Will, we beat the Pelicans. And if we have
They
SGA,
should,
we beat
they
Golden
should
State.
beat the Pelicans even without Jay Will.
Yeah, I know we should have did.
Yeah,
You're right.
25-point lead.
But once again, it's who you play.
Yeah.
Lineups.
You beat one good team. Good team.
But the bottom line is you beat the team you're supposed to beat, which is the Pistons. So now you got the Hawks coming in Monday, who are they're just rolling. Why? What did they do? They fired their coach, Nate McMillan, and went and got Quinn Snyder. Young guy, sharp, had it together. Unbelievable.
Quinn Snyder here.
If we had Quinn Snyder here, this team would be looking completely different. I can promise you that.
Yeah, be a good fit here too.
Oh man, got a bunch of young players who will listen to him. They respect him. You know, he knows how to put people in the right position. Clearly, because look what he did. Because Drew, didn't you make the point about how we remind you of Utah? Didn't you say that? Was that you?
Yep. Yes. Yeah.
And then how he would fit here because of our team. And so,
With the
but
young Donovan Mitchell, right?
yeah. But anyway, here we go. Here we are. We are now 3-3, halfway through this schedule. Now, Drew, Nathan thinks we're going to be 4-6 after 10.
Boy, very well could be.
You have the Hawks Monday.
Depends on how long SGA's out.
Yeah. Well, then the problem is you got Hawks Monday, you got Cavs Wednesday, then you have Kings on Friday, and the Kings and De'Aaron Fox is not going to be there. So, you know, we have a chance there. And then you go to the Suns.
What's wrong with De'Aaron Fox?
He hurt his ankle. He's out indefinitely. They thought he had really broke it. They thought he had broke it, but he didn't. It was a severe severe sprain. And Drew knows about ankles and how, boy, they don't. It's brutal. So he's out indefinitely, Drew.
I would imagine that SGA plays Monday. If I had put money on it, I'd probably say he plays Monday.
It depends on how bad the knee is. That's what it's going to depend on.
So I just out. What happened to SGA? I didn't even know he was hurt.
He was making a move and he
rolled his ankle.
He rolled his ankle, we thought, but Nathan said it's his knee.
Yeah, they said it's a sprained knee.
A sprained knee. But it looked like his ankle when you did the replay. And it was right there. We're in the stands. You can see it. You can see it on the big screen.
You think anyway that a little load management or just him not being right in the head?
No, he's hurt.
It is, and it's stupid.
If you're doing that, you're dumb.
I'm just saying his body language has been horrible the last 3 games.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he just said, hey, you know.
Well, the coach is not. I mean, did you see Steve Kerr out there yelling at the referees for his players? He has never done that.
Yeah.
And the fans in there screaming, give Steve Kerr a tech. And I'm like, I wish our coach was that passionate for us.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is my thing. 18 months. Speaking of that, in 6 weeks, keep Oklahoma City big league. Vote yes, December the 12th. Cost expected to be $900 million. I can't wait. Our team deserves a beautiful facility. Oklahoma City deserves a beautiful facility. Okay? You as a people.
Gotta go.
And no new taxes if it can be avoided.
SGA.
Leases is twice as long as the first lease because I think they're here to 2050 or something like that. And a $600 million with 3,000 jobs created annually impact, which I do believe that I got to try to tell people, if you don't understand how much Bricktown and all downtown is growing because of the Thunder, you're crazy. We don't get the Omni if you don't have the Thunder. You don't get Bob's Steakhouse if you don't get the Thunder. You don't get the new place that they're building out there on Northwest Highway which reminds me of Legacy West in Dallas. That's what you're getting. You don't get that on Northwest Highway in Penn without the Thunder. People now know who Oklahoma City is worldwide.
Yeah.
Because of the Thunder. You don't have the Thunder, people still think we have horse-drawn carriages. They have no idea. They still think cow. You know,
we're riding a horse.
Yeah, we're riding horses and the cows going down Main Street. It's important, people, that you vote yes on December 12th.
It's true.
And I said, you guys have no idea, you people out wherever. I don't want y'all to vote anyway. You don't come to no damn game anyway. But if you think it doesn't impact us, you're dumb. You're ignorant. I am calling you dumb and ignorant if you don't think it makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it trickles down to every part of society. I mean, from banking to engineering to construction to everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead, Nathan.
2012, I think I heard this stat. 2012, every playoff game that we had brought $1 million in revenue to downtown Oklahoma.
Yes.
Every single game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
probably that. That's probably on the low side.
Low side, yeah. But I mean
Yeah,
that
that was 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
And it's grown since then. More bars, more
Mm-hmm.
restaurants. You got more to do. And then plus, the new restaurants that will be in the new facility. So I'm just excited about it. And by the way, we tried to get the commander on. I tried to send him the link, guys, for him to call in. I tried to do that, but we're still trying to figure that whole link thing out. So
I mean, are you trying to do a Lindy Waters promotion or what?
I'm gonna cut you off if you ever bring his damn name up again on this show. Cutting you off. This is a serious
What was
show.
his
We're
stat-
talking.
what was his
We're
stat-
talking about.
hey, Matt,
Listen, we are talking
what
about
was- what
how
was
to
Lindy
help
Waters'
Oklahoma.
stat line?
He
What
didn't
was
play.
Lindy Waters'
DNP.
stat line,
DNP. And you'll get cut off too. Just letting y'all know. Keep it up. Keep it up. I can do the show without y'all. Just let you know. I can do it no problem. Or y'all stay on and give these people some love. That's how they feel anyway. But anyway, that being said, the commander, and I know that's why you said that, Nathan. You're jackass, but whatever. Y'all crack me up. Anyway, hey, any other final thoughts on the games? Give me your analysis, Nathan. Give me your analysis of what you saw.
We played well without SGA. Short out of his mind again, but again, rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, one last thought too. Does anybody think Chris Paul's about done?
Yes.
The way it looked like it tonight.
Man, his legs, they're not there, man. Not there.
He doesn't take care of his body. He just doesn't. Drew, your thoughts?
30,
Man,
I know.
I thought that OKC played the next man up mentality about as good as they could play
Yep.
it until about the last 5 minutes of the game,
Yes.
and then they looked.
That's
like
when
a
he
team
subbed.
who- Yeah,
That's
whose
when he
head
brought.
coach
He
was
took.
lost.
He took J-Dub out the game. It was 133, 126, 133, 130 with 4
And
minutes to go.
If
and he took
anything
him out.
right now if anything out there can tell you who the best player on their team is, just watch the last 5 minutes of the game
Yep.
and how Oklahoma City struggled to get in
No
to
closer.
half-court offense to get somebody to come take control of the game.
No closer.
Yeah.
He's your closer.
And they got beat by a superstar. I mean, it was a great
Yeah.
game. I thought it was a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'd hate to see him lose it, but they could have won it.
Yep. And I'm gonna say this right now. You done, Drew? I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
No, I'm done.
I'm gonna say this. My takeaway is simple. I've got 4 things that I say every time. Second and fourth quarter. Line up. Josh Giddey staying aggressive and perimeter defense. Those are the 4 things that are going to help us win or lose, period. And I'm going to say this. 40 games in, I said, when this show first, we did the preseason, 40 games in, you're going to know what kind of team you got and if this guy's capable or not. 40 games in, you're going to know.
You
And
may know before that.
Yeah, but at 40 games, it's about half the season. So you're going to know
Yeah.
where you're going. This is Christmas time. So you're going to know by Christmas, like I said, you're going to know where you're at by Christmas. You're going to know where you're at. Now,
Yep.
Drew, to your point, I don't know if this relationship is going to last that long because I can promise you those guys are sitting on the bench. They can see how SGA is. And all of them know that he's their best player. Chet can act like whatever he wants. But the one thing about basketball is you know if somebody's better than you. You may not like it,
Yep.
but you know if somebody's better than you. There's the only
Yep.
sport that you truly, truly know if somebody's better than you.
Yep. There's
So-
no hiding it.
There's no question. Everybody in America knows who's our best player except Oklahoma City Thunder.
Which is sad. I sure hope it doesn't implode.
And you're right, Drew, the next 18 months, but I agree with Nathan. I don't think it's going to last that long. I just don't. You're going to have to make a decision.
I'm just saying 18 months as a franchise. I mean, they got a lot. There's a lot that can set them on a path for success for
Yeah.
10 years or implode.
Implode. Yeah. But I agree with Nathan. I don't think it's going to last that long. Nathan, what do you give it? The end of the year?
He's not gone by the end of the year, then yeah, we're in trouble.
I think if
Unless
he's not
you,
gone before
SGA
that, we're in
comes up
trouble.
with
My deal is this.
shows
Okay,
up
let's
in
say
the
this.
trade.
Okay, let's say this. If Nathan, your first 10 games, you thought we were gonna go what? 3-7, 4 and what'd you say? 4-6.
That's 4-6. Yeah,
4-6. If you go 4-6 in your first 10, and what are your next 10? We're gonna talk about that Monday or the following Monday when we after we finish this first 10.
It's a tough next time too.
Well,
I
we'll
mean,
be
we'd be if we're 4-6. We're 4-6 after 10. We'd be lucky to be 10-10 after 20.
yeah. And if you have a losing
Oh
record,
yeah, 100%.
and you're but Drew,
100%.
if you're underachieving, what do you do?
Okay.
Yeah, make changes.
Yeah, but where?
That makes sense.
And at the top.
You're not going. They're not. They like the guy. They're not going to do that.
Well, I mean, then you got to
Then
make
they
a
trade
spark.
the
You got
star.
you
They
got
trade- they trade the
then you
star.
got to trade somebody to
Right.
try to set a spark on the team.
And if you trade, put it like this, you trade SGA, Chet's chest is going to bump out. Like it's my team now. J Dub's chest is going to bump out. Like, oh yeah, I got this. I can do this.
Yeah, trading SGA would just send shockwaves across the NBA.
You'd make so many people happy.
Oh yeah.
You'd make so many people happy, especially whoever the team is that gets
And
it.
the sad part is, I'm pretty sure that 29 other teams can see.
Oh
this.
yeah, they're
well,
just they're biting at the bit.
Like I said, everybody outside of Oklahoma City knows who your most valuable piece is. Okay? And when they did the city jerseys, like San Antonio, who is theirs? Wembanyama. The Knicks, I thought, did something good. They put their Center Robinson's jersey number. I thought because, I mean, yeah, we're going to put him because nobody's going to get mad if we use the center. It doesn't affect anybody. That's like using J Wills.
I don't think anybody would have got mad if they put Giddey on there.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's but when you got a clear best player and you keep promoting, it's like the same old thing with the under 25 and under, or excuse me, under 25, not 25 and under, under 25, and you put Josh and Josh and Chet as the two best duos, and then you have to do a parentheses. SGA is 25, so he's 25, so that's why they said under.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, come on now. But like I said, this is what they're promoting.
Nathan's gonna have to go have a drink and a cigarette now. You got
I'm sorry, Nathan. But
Dude, I'm gonna have to burn on my. I'm gonna have to get rid of all my damn Thunder shirts, man.
no. You don't have to. I got Thunder
He's
gear.
gonna go out in the garage
I got my Thunder stuff. But I'm gonna say this, guy.
He's gonna go out in the garage and sit in his new Corvette.
Yep.
And
But I'm gonna tell you
have a
this.
cocktail.
Hey, Drew and I had the curtains have been back for us. We still love the Lakers. Okay.
Yep.
We're just not.
Yeah.
We're just. If you screw up, we're gonna call you out. So are the other fans. So is sports radio. Oklahoma City's not gonna happen. We're the only people that are calling them out.
They just and they do it for the reason that Nathan said. Everybody obeys what Sam Presti says.
Yep. And if ignorance is bliss,
Yep.
and it's really not. But I'm gonna say this: more and more people are listening. I'm gonna say this: more and more people are listening to the show. More and more people are coming up to me saying, "Hey, man, I'm starting to watch you. You might have a point there." I said I had the same point on Russell, and y'all all got mad at me because I said the same thing about Russell 9 years ago, 5 years, 6 years before he left. I said the exact same thing about him, and everybody said I was hating, blah blah blah. And at the end of the day, everybody was like, "Man, you're right." I said, "I'm not trying to be mad. I'm not trying to hurt people. I'm enlightening to you. This is what I'm seeing, and my eyes don't lie."
So let me ask you this, Matt, and this maybe could tell me a lot on where my thoughts are. What in the history of the franchise, not the best team, but what was your favorite team to watch?
Man,
Because I immediately know my answer.
well, I mean, the team that we went to the finals or to the Western Conference Finals, I really like that team a lot.
I like that 2010 team that got beat by the Lakers on the tip in by Gasol.
that team too.
That was a fun team.
That was the team, but that was the same team the next year that went over the hump, and that was a great game. By the way, I missed that game because I was in jail I missed that game. By the way, with tipping, I was still pissed off about that.
Was she 17?
No, it was well, that shit ain't funny. No,
I was on a plane back from San Diego. We just landed in Oklahoma City with a bunch of Thunder fans, and I was listening to it on the radio on my headphones. And and Lakers won, and I went crazy. They were all pissed off at me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was, dude. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. But it was just like, dude. I'm like, when the guy knocked on my door, he goes, "I have a warrant for your arrest." I'm like, "No, the hell you don't. The hell you talking
About
about
to
for
go to the
what?"
game.
So I'm trying to do it so I can get to the game tonight. Ended up giving him the tickets. Randy and them took care of him. Yeah, ended up giving him tickets. I mean, he drove me, Drew, to get to county jail. He took me down 23rd to May, and then all the way back.
Oh boy.
Because I was on the phone with the commander. I'm on the phone with Deba. I'm on the phone with Greg Napier. I'm calling 30 people. What even handcuffed?
Yeah.
And it was just
See, that's the thing, guys. Like, see, that makes me think that I don't look at the game right because my favorite team to watch by far was the Chris Paul team.
I did
was a
like
good
that
team.
team with Paul George. That was 2017?
Yeah. No.
16?
No, the year after Paul George was traded. So
Okay, that's
Chris
right, because
Paul,
that was the
Dennis
first year with
Schroeder,
SGA. That was our first
That
year
year
with
they got
SGA.
beat. They got beat. They got beat Memphis in the playoffs that year.
No, that
Yeah,
was
I just
the
like
no,
the
we
brand
got
of
beat.
basketball.
That was the
That was your
COVID
by
year.
Houston.
That was the COVID year.
Yeah, that was the COVID year.
Yeah, we
by
got beat.
Houston
Yeah,
in the
that
bubble.
team was. I liked that team a lot too because you could tell that was when you got to see what we got out of SGA. We're like, oh, this guy can go, which allowed us to get rid of Chris Paul because we saw what this kid was going to
Now
be.
I wish
That was
Chris
good.
Paul would give Dagnon the phone call and tell him what the hell's going on.
No, dude, listen. I'm just telling you guys.
Hey, but you know what, Matt? It may end up being a blessing in disguise, and
Yes.
he may get the axe, and Coach Self comes in. Watch out,
dude. Yeah, and pay him. But the question is, are they gonna pay? Would they pay him?
Presti isn't hiring Bill Self, guys. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. You're right.
Because you know why?
you have to give up.
Because Presti can't have his thumb on the team that way. He's not hiring somebody that's not going to listen to him.
Like Jerry Jones.
A position where
That's exactly right.
Total control of Kansas.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And he's not going to hire somebody like that.
Well, we're not gonna get over the hump. This is my thing.
Not with that
I'm
guy.
gonna say this. No. This is.
Unfortunately,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, unfortunately, I agree with you, but I don't know what coach would actually do a good job, like you're saying, but still listen to Presti. Like,
Okay.
I
This is my rebuttal. Steve Kerr listened to what the GM had to say, Bob Myers.
Bob Myers. Yep.
Okay. You think Eric Spoelstra didn't listen to Pat Riley? So all good coaches have one thing in common. They understand that the boss is the GM. Let's work together so that this is what I need. Get me what I need.
They understand the assignment.
Yes, that's what you got to do. And to me, you gave this guy an extension, and somebody's like, "Oh, well, he was the coach of the year." I said, "Because nobody saw him. All they saw was Oklahoma City's record. Oh, look at these guys weren't supposed to do anything. 23 games, and look at they won 40. This guy's amazing." And then what did the athletic guy say? In the athletic, man, I just don't know if this guy can coach all-stars. And it's clear he cannot. Tonight was a good example. And like I tell people, if you think this is the team in the future without SGA, look at what we had to do just to compete. Dort is not 30 points a game guy. He's not going to go 6 for 6, 3 out of 5 games. That ain't happening. And if that's what you've got to do to compete against one of the best 4 teams in the Western Conference, this is what you got to do. Without your best player, this is not it. You're gonna have a new arena with nobody in the stands. That's what you're gonna have. That's what you're gonna have. You're gonna have what we had last year. So, anything else you guys want to say before we bounce?
Man, I think it's a good conversation. I think we've got pretty much our thumb on the pulse.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens. I sure hope that something happens differently and they have a come to Jesus moment or a behind the door closed meeting. But I'm kind of with you, Matt. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to fester and get worse and worse and worse. So we'll see.
Nathan?
Same.
Yeah, this is my thing. I love our team. Okay, I love the players that we have. I still think we're missing two pieces that we didn't accept satisfy in the draft. And you have all these draft picks, and like Drew said the other night, or on the unpopular, whichever way he said it. The bottom line is, do you want to go get another guy who's a veteran who can help you get and understands his role and not
Yep.
going to try to take over from SGA, but are you going to go spend the draft picks to get you a guy like that who's understand? Hey, look, my job is coming and help the team. You need two things: a shooter, and an inside presence.
What do you think about the guard at the Bucks? What's his name? Number 22. Not the
Oh, you talking
Chris.
about Milwaukee?
His name?
Middleton? Nah, he's old.
You talking
What's his
about
name?
Clint?
He's
You talking about
old,
Portis?
No,
No, he's talking about Middleton. Talking about Chris
Middleton. What do you think about Middleton?
No.
Think he
He's
can maybe
washed
make
up.
a
He's
move?
washed up.
He can
He's
shoot
washed
it.
up.
He's a
wa-
scorer.
Yeah, he's washed up. And they're not gonna let him.
He's making $40 million.
They're not paying him.
No,
I wouldn't pay him
But
that.
because his minutes,
Here's the thing, Matt.
his playing time is going to start getting more and more diminished, especially with Dame Dollar there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying he ain't. Yeah, no.
He
No.
ain't in.
No.
I'm going to tell you this, Matt, and I've said this for a couple of years, and I'm going to revise my statement a little bit, but I'm going to tell you we're going to know something by the end of the year, but we're going to know if the coach and SGA are still here, which I hope they will be. Well, let me rephrase it. I hope SGA will still be here.
Yes.
And I think the coach will still be here too. But the night of the draft next year, we're going to know what direction they're going. Because if they're going to make a trade for anybody, it's going to be that night or before that. Because they got all those draft picks next year, and you can't field 6 draft picks next year.
No.
So if they don't make a trade, that we're going to know which direction they're going.
Well, my deal is this: in 40 games, you're gonna know what his pulse is. Because if you're underachieving, let's say that we're 17 and 23, you have drastically underperformed. What do you do? You have two choices. You can go trade at that point and go get you somebody who can give you the lift that you need. Because let's face it, Sar and Poku as backups in the center, that's not happening. It's just not happening. Okay? So you got a good 11, and you know you're still missing something. Isaiah Joe is spotty, and I think, I forget what the commander said about him tonight.
And he might be able to move Isaiah Joe with a couple picks.
Yeah. But we'll see. I don't know. But anyway, guys, hey, we'll see y'all Monday after the game. We played the Hawks Monday, so we'll see and talk about that, and then
maybe I might want to go to that game with you, Matt. Let me know if you got an extra ticket. I'd like to go watch.
I think yeah. I'll know on Monday because the commander said he'd let me know if he's going. I think he said he thinks he is, but I don't know. So if he does, yeah, we'll do that. All right, brother. All right, Nate. Appreciate you, brother. That's my guy. Nathan Taylor of YNB, Drew Henthorne of Husker Drew Picks. Appreciate both of them for being on this edition of After the Storm. Hope everybody gets ready. And remember, Bedlam is today since it's after 12 o'clock. Bedlam, OU at Ocean.
Hey, and just in a little bitty piece of your heart, root for the Huskers tomorrow because we win, we're bowl eligible. Come on.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening. Anyway, Bedlam tomorrow, OSU is the only thing we'll talk about in football. The rest of it, let's get there. So anyway, hope everybody's going to have a good, restful night. Get ready for Bedlam tomorrow and all the barbecue and all the pizza and all the cocktails that all y'all can drink and I can't. So y'all enjoy that.
Hit me up on that. Let me know where you're going to be. I should be at Joe's by 11:30.
Okay, we'll do that, bro. All right, yeah, I'll be working at 11:30, bro. I don't get off. Gary Vick's not letting me out of Santa Fe that early, bro.
Well, what time are you going to be in store?
Right about 1:30.
You ain't going to be in no tailgate.
Yeah, I'm going straight to the tailgate because I know where I'm going to park. I know where I'm going to park and the tailgate because I got to get my tickets. So I got to get those right there and then head to the game.
Well, just hit me up when you get in town. I'll be around that area.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Y'all be good. And the rest of y'all, hey, thanks for staying up this late listening to the After the Storm, our post-game Thunder live stream. And hopefully you guys are learning something, and then on top of that, I don't want you guys to be like Nathan Taylor and be all disappointed and all frustrated. Frustration is okay, but raising that curtain back, being able to see what's really happening behind the sage is a good thing because then that can help you figure out what we need to do to go to the next level, and you focus on that, not on the bad things, but on